Well, good afternoon, my friends, or good morning, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. What's going on? It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Today, I'm a little late. So my apologies, my friends. It's been quite an interesting day as we had a 2-hour delay here in New Hampshire. So the schedule got a little backed up today. So that's where we're at. That's where it's hashtag mom life. You got to just think on your feet when you're doing the mompreneur thing. So here we are. But I wanted to come to you and bring this today. This is going to be really quick and really simple. And you're probably going to go, really, Jen? Like that's what it is? I'm going to say yes. We're going to talk about soul's desires because when we work on, it's 2019, it's a new year. So we're all thinking about, okay, what do I want for this upcoming year? What do I want to manifest? What are the things I want to do? And sometimes we have a hard time really, really uncovering what it is that we want. Because one of the reasons why we don't keep resolutions, why we don't reach our goals by the end of the year is because we're really not motivated to do so. Like it's really not our soul's desire for that thing, whatever it is. So we have to uncover it. If you really want to reach and manifest the life that you want, you need to know with certainty, this is who I am, this is what I want, and these are my desires coming from my authentic self, right? And so sometimes it's not as easy to uncover that because we've for many years been told that our desires are wrong, that our opinions are stupid, or they're not okay, or we've been influenced or really encouraged to go a different direction by our parents, by our teachers, by friends, or whatever. And we've lost touch with who we really used to be, like what all the dreams we used to have, all the things that we really that we wanted to manifest at one point in our lives, what we really wanted to do, what used to light us up to the point where you get all the goosebumps and you're like, yeah, I love this. Even especially as moms too, like we totally get so into being mom and being, spouse that we forget what we wanted. We forget what really lights us up. And yes, it doesn't mean we don't find joy in our families. Yes, we do. And for some, that is their soul's purpose. And I think that's freaking awesome, whatever it is. Like for some, when they have kids and they get married, that is their soul's purpose. And they're just in that nirvana space. If you're not feeling that as much, if you're feeling like, oh, I'm a little lost, or oh, I'm a little frustrated, or I feel like I need something else, there's still some desire pulling at me, that's for a reason. That's nothing to feel guilty about or ashamed of or upset about. It's really like your soul calling you. And it's going to keep calling you until you listen to it. And it's going to keep sending you really tough life situations until you're finally forced to listen to it. And I'll give you this quote that I heard once on I think it was a webinar a while ago, a few years ago. And it was from a woman called Dani Johnson. And she does home business mentoring and marriage mentoring. She does all sorts of coaching on Facebook online. And she said, your desire reveals your design, and your design reveals your destiny. So that might be one to write down. Your desire reveals your design, and your design reveals your destiny. So that means, for example, a tiger is born to hunt. That is the destiny of the tiger. So it has a desire to hunt. This is why people can't have tigers as pets. Not because they want to hurt you or because they're mean and cruel animals, but that's their desire. They're wired, and their body is biologically wired to desire to hunt. So their desire reveals who they are. They're a tiger. That's their destiny. That's what they're meant to do. And if they try to do something else, like become a domesticated cat and eat cat food, they're going to be miserable, right? And eventually they probably won't survive. They'll die a soul death and then eventually a physical death. That's what happens to us. We are no different. We have desires inside of us for a reason because that's our design. And it's a little more complicated, I think, to understand what our design is as humans. Like for animals, it's pretty straightforward. Fish swim, tigers hunt, eagles fly. But for us, it's a little more complicated, and that's where we get stuck. We get stuck like, well, what is our design? How do I know? So if you're really getting a call to do something, if you keep on getting frustrated with your life or restless, or you feel like you're meant for something else, that's your desire that's calling to you. Your design is trying to get your attention so you can fulfill your destiny. So here's what a couple of, this is like really easy peasy. I'm trying to make this really simple for these videos. It's like an intro. This is really an introduction to all this. There's other exercises that you can do. For example, if you're in Release and Realign 2018 with me right now, you know we're diving into the soul's desire stuff like, woo, like we're in there. We're diving deep. And if you want to join us, we only have this week and next week left, so come on in. You can catch up, but this is what we're doing. Like, there are many ways to really go deep with it. This is basic. This is really something you can do to just get your mind thinking, to really start to get your authentic self, your higher self, to talk to you, because that's what you want to do. You want to connect with your authentic higher self, that same self that was right out there when you were a kid, who had no problem putting herself out there, that's gotten quieted and silenced over time. Okay, we want to bring her back out because she had that strong connection with the divine. The kids do. They don't have the filter, right? They're connected. So this is where we're going to go back. Okay, so, but we're going to have our beautiful adult wisdom. So we have, you know, we're going to get it all back. We're going to put it all together. All right, so you get out your journal and something about writing it down. You can do it writing on a journal like this. You can do it online, whatever you want to do. And just ask yourself 2 questions. You can ask one of them, or you can ask both of them, whichever one speaks to you, right? You want to say, if I could do anything and it would go perfectly, and I couldn't mess it up, what would it be? If I was going to do something and I knew I was going to succeed, it was going to go perfectly, couldn't mess it up, what would I do? And do not analyze it. Don't overthink it. Don't weigh, well, is this true? Is this what I should want? There are no shoulds. There's no right. Even if you feel embarrassed, like, oh my God, I can't say that. Are you kidding me? I don't want everyone to know that I want to be a rock star. Doesn't matter. We're not worried about what anyone thinks. We're releasing all of that and you're writing it down no matter how it feels. If you feel freaked out about it, it's probably your soul's desire. Okay, so write it down. The other question you can ask yourself is, if I did know what my soul's desire was, what would it be? Like, let's just assume right now we're just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I really want. What if you did know? What if you did know, if I knew what my soul's desire was, what would it be? And write it down. And if you get any resistance here, if your mind starts to resist and do the yeah, right, or you can't want that, or that's selfish, or that's cray cray, what's everyone gonna think? Then just thank it for sharing. Thank you, I hear you. Thank you for sharing, and ask the question again. Keep asking the question of yourself until you start writing down and you feel like it's automatic writing, which means channeling or downloading from your divine guidance. That's like automatic writing. You hear it, you think it, you write. You don't give it time. You don't give your mind or your ego mind time to think about it and process it and take your past experiences and put its like bias on it. You know what I mean? You don't want to look at it from the lens of, what do I know from my past? You don't want to just write. Go from your gut. So thank any resistance and ask again. If you have to walk away from your journal and come back and do it again, do it again. You'll know when it feels right because, like I said, you're going to get the goosebumps. You're going to like have that silly smile on your face. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe I just wrote that. Imagine if I did that. How freaking awesome would that be? And that's how excited you want to be about your 2019. That's why those are the kind of goals, those are the kind of dreams and visions that are going to pull you forward when the shit hits the fan, because it always does, right? Our journeys are ups and downs. Even if we're right on target, we know what we want, there's still going to be things that get in the way. But when you're that pumped up and fired up about what you want, when you're actually on purpose because your soul you're agreeing with your soul aligned, you're going to get through anything and you're going to find a way. And it's going to happen, and your life's going to be awesome, and we're going to celebrate you, and I can't wait to see this happen for all of you this year. All right, so that is the lesson for today. All right, so any questions about this, you can comment below. If this is helping you at all, definitely give me a comment on that as well. If you know any other ladies who would be helped by these trainings that I'm doing Monday through Friday, we're going to talk about spirituality, we're going to talk about law of attraction and woo stuff, we're going to talk about sex and intimacy and relationships and soulmate love, we're going to talk about money and business, we're going to do all the things. So if anyone, but the one common thread is it's going to be soul aligned. I'm going to teach you how to stay soul aligned. So when you make these decisions, when you make these goals, they're coming from your soul's desires, not from your past, not from your friends, your family, what you think you should do, what you think you should do because of your past. Nah, we're going to just we're gonna make it real. We're gonna keep it real. All right, so lots of love to you guys. And like I said, Release and Realign, we're in our 3rd week. There's 1 more week left. And if you want to continue working with me even closer after that, you can also message me. I'll be talking more about that, how to do that, how to work closer with me. If you don't know, okay, Jen, I got my goals, got my plan, but how am I going to pull this off? How am I going to put it into action? And I need to be held accountable. I'll help you out with that. All right. Love you guys. And I'll see you on, oh my gosh, it's Wednesday. No, it's Tuesday. So weird. I feel like it's already Friday. I will see you tomorrow.